Welcome to this free introductory seminar, which is part of the course called Find Your Personal Power. I'm really glad that you've been able to join me. I want to teach you about a technique called emotional freedom techniques. It's been around for a little while now and it is so effective. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. But first, let's have a look at personal power. What is that really? For me, it's when you feel that you love yourself. It's when you feel that you accept yourself and you can forgive yourself, not for anything in particular, but just for being human. It's when you know your own value and you understand who you are and what your purpose is in this life. Personal power is when you feel at peace with yourself and you know what you want from your life. And it's also understanding yourself as the creator of your experiences in this life. I'm Suzanne Scarrow and I've been a counselling psychologist for a long time now. A few years ago I found this technique called emotional freedom techniques, or EFT. I was amazed and continue to be amazed every day at the power of this technique and how it can clear negative emotion and change limiting negative beliefs that you might have about yourself. I've also recently rediscovered probably, the law of attraction and the power of that. And my understanding of that has helped me to understand that I need to change my negative thinking. I need to think positively. I need to spend most of those 60,000 thoughts that we have a day, I need them to be positive, not negative. A lot of people have a lot of trouble changing negative thinking. You might even have tried affirmations for yourself and discovered that when you are affirming something positive, there can actually be a negative tail end to that. And if you say that affirmation often enough, you will discover that you are affirming the negative part rather than the positive part that you want to affirm. So it's really important to understand that if you've got a negative core of beliefs or feelings and you try to cover it with a positive veneer, which is quite flimsy, then the negative is going to win out every time because the vibration that you're sending out is dominantly negative. And emotional freedom techniques can help you change that balance so that the dominant vibration you're sending out and therefore attracting more of is positive. Do you know that you can be and do and have absolutely anything that you desire? That's a pretty big promise to make, isn't it? But it is true. We are the creators of our own experience. You only have to think about when you wake up in the morning and have a negative thought, and more negative comes to you. If you wake up feeling good and feeling appreciative, then more positive will come to you. It's really important to feel the joy in really enjoying for yourself what you want. So if it's a great relationship, feel how good that will be. If it's a new job, see yourself sitting in that position and feeling how great it would be for you, and really put energy into it. So my goal for you in this introductory seminar is that you begin to question really the important things for you, where you're going in your life. I'm going to put up a few questions in a moment and ask you to pause the video and really give these questions some serious thought. You'll want to get a book that you can write some answers down in because you'll want to refer back to these points, and we're going to use emotional freedom techniques to clear some of the negative that may come up for you. So the first question that I want to ask you is, who are you really? And you might want to pause now and just give that some consideration. The second question is, what is important to you? And again, give it careful consideration. The more honest and truthful you can be about this, the better it will be. Another question is, what is it that you want to achieve in the rest of your life? What is important to you? Who are you really, and what do you want to achieve in the rest of your life? Once you've got the answers to those questions, I want you to come back and we'll consider some of the things that might be blocking you from getting to those things that you really do desire. These might be negative emotions, Or they might be limiting beliefs. Those beliefs can be put in place by your parents perhaps, they can be put in place by teachers at school, or just by the media. There's all sorts of ways that you can have beliefs about yourself. And when you really look at them and try to figure them out, you find that they're not really true after all. Or if you still feel that they are true, then we can shift them using emotional freedom techniques. So now I want you again to pause the video and go to your book and write a list of what you think those limiting beliefs might be. And also what you think the negative emotions might be. If you feel fear or shame or worthlessness or powerlessness, those are the kinds of feelings that can hold you back. So pause the video again and go to that book that you've begun. You'll come back to that many times over the course, and we'll look at those issues or those limiting beliefs very soon and start to shift them for you. Now we want to have a way that we can really guide our thinking about whether this course is being helpful for you or whether you need to change the approach a little bit. So to do that, I want you again to go to your book and write down a score out of 10. 10 out of 10 would be the highest score, so that would be I absolutely agree with this statement. So the first statement is I accept myself. So if you absolutely agree with that, your score would be 10 out of 10. If you find that you don't accept yourself at all, the score might be somewhere from 0 to 10. The second one is I forgive myself. And again, a score out of 10, where 10 is you absolutely do forgive yourself and 0 is no chance. And the last one is I love myself. So again, it's a score out of 10 where 10 is I absolutely do love myself and 0 out of 10 would be I don't love myself at all. In fact, some people might even have a negative score on some of those. Now, I'm really glad that you've joined me for this introductory seminar, and I hope that you'll come back for the other sessions. In session 2, we'll learn the technique of emotional freedom techniques, and that's a really interesting experience for you, so I hope you'll continue on this journey with me. Thank you.